Are you sure that's yours?
Is that your bunny?
Is that your bunny? Can I have it back? No.
One sanity thing a day. I'll at least get out of the house. I already went to the post office this morning. It's 2 times in a day out of the house. I do have a mask, gloves, and a lip balm. I mean, I'm ready to go. Let's go for a walk.
I've been down, I've been everywhere, but I'm alright now. I'm alright.
The forest is like our second favorite place to be after the ocean. It's beautiful in here. Just listen to the trees. They're amazing. It's like therapy for the soul. We're gonna go for a little hike here and tell you what we've been up to. There's a lot going on.
Are we ready, team?
We're ready.
No more pit stops?
No more pee stops. Okay. Maybe one more. There's something about land life. You gain weight, you do less. I don't know. As soon as we get on the boat, I literally drop 15 pounds, 10 to 15. I don't do anything different. I drink more beer. I work more on the boat. That's probably one reason. Swim more, kite more, dive more. So this little backpack is actually coming really useful with Willa. We've carted her all over. It's a great workout. Really great workout. Much needed when you live on land. By the end of this vlog, she'll be asleep. I'll bet you money on it. I'll bet you a toonie.
A toonie?
A toonie. A toonie out of Willa's piggy bank.
She doesn't have one.
When she gets the piggy bank, you'll get paid.
We should start you one.
We've had a fair amount of rain. This is actually called the wet coast of Canada. I think I've mentioned that before. You get basically like tons of rain, like a system comes through, a frontal system, and then you get blue skies, and then you get more rain. That usually happens once or twice a week.
Super gorgeous back here, right? We're on the backside, and this is like super mossy area. If you look around, there's moss in all the trees, there's moss in all the rocks. It's pretty cool. But one of the funny things is we'd kind of gotten a little bit like frustrated with living here and a little like kind of down about it. All of a sudden we aren't frustrated or down about it. We think it's awesome here. And it's totally because now we're allowed to go back to Thailand, then we can appreciate where we are more. It's like when you're stuck in a spot and you're not allowed to move, it's like you kind of like, you get a little bit mean about it, I think. Or like, at least we did. Maybe you're better than us.
Options. It's all about options. If you have options, it's like a total game changer in your mind. You know what that really means? That means that we could have made that mental shift before we got our Thai visas. But we didn't. We're human. We're miserable little humans. We're normal, turns out. And we're not famous.
Yeah, I think we're pretty normal, dude. We get so many messages. Thank you guys for all your messages. And they ping our phones, so every Sunday is like a fun phone day because it's loaded top to bottom and we scroll through them all and we read almost every one. It's too much to reply to every one of you, but thank you so much for all your comments. It's so awesome. There's
a lot, isn't there? You guys clog our phones on Sundays.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it. Thank you. There's this funny connection on YouTube, which I can't explain. It's real. It's virtual. Sometimes we meet you, but not very often. Especially not these days. But it's cool.
I'm always hot. I mean...
You're a hottie? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm almost freezing cold in Canada, but now I'm getting hot, so I always overdress when we go out for a walk. And I peel all my layers off and then shove them in Willa's bag, so Ben carries all my stuff in the end. Here, Willa, here's one more thing.
So this is the backside of Mount Doug now, and there's a lot of mushrooms around here. I'll show you some. It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of mushrooms. Check out this little guy. Just chilling. There's another guy right here.
I don't even see them.
They're everywhere, Ashley.
I know. Ben finds them and I don't even see them. I'm like, I walk right over top of them. There's more there. So we said we'd kind of let you in on our preparations. I don't even know where the weeks have gone. We have ASQ hotels booked, we have our PCR test booked, we have our flights booked, we have, I don't know, what else do we need to do to get there? We have everything booked for the first 2 weeks in Thailand. I have not booked past 2 weeks, so we're gonna have to look for another place to stay once we're in Thailand, because Nahoa is not gonna be habitable when we first arrive. And she's on the hard, and we're just not gonna do that. A lot of people do that, but we're not gonna do it this time, not with Willa. And it's just not cool. It's just not that much fun. That ladder with the baby for peeing, for me to go pee, I don't like it. We have been ordering boat parts. We've got so many boat bits coming, small ones. We just didn't want to deal with import duties and waiting for them once we were there. We just wanted to have them in our hands and arrive with the parts that we needed explicitly for Thailand. We're pretty stoked. Come on, we'll go to our living room and I'll show you what packing looks like at the moment. Oh, so sad.
One
Kitty hat down.
She's asleep. I didn't know she was asleep.
Yeah, she's asleep.
Oh, jeez. She was awake 2 seconds ago. Well,
yeah.
Anyways, rain's starting, and I think we better go. The rainstorm has arrived. The next rainstorm.
Hi. It's really wet out there. It's crazy. I am soaked. My butt's even wet and my coat covers it. Like, what the heck? Ugh.
All right, we're back in our living room. Not Thailand yet.
We wanted to bring you back in here and show you all the bits and bobs that keep arriving at our doorstep. And it's sometimes I think we overkill it and order too much here instead of straight to the boat, and other times if we hadn't done that we would have never got anything. So I think it's kind of important to think about what you can live with and what you can't live without, or what you think might get charged a lot of duty on arrival or what might not. For example, if you order sails into Thailand, the duty on them is what, something crazy like
40% for sales coming into Thailand. Yeah, and they can even charge up to 90% is on some of the items. So we're just trying to avoid all duties, but we're gonna have to pay some because we'll get there and need some parts.
And what we also find is that sometimes parts can be a tiny bit more expensive there, and it's not a lot, and it's totally not worth filling your luggage entirely with boat parts. But it can help to pick up the odd thing if you know you want it and need it and you can get it cheap somewhere. We're gonna take 6 bags to Thailand.
So what do we got? We got a lot of stuff.
So we got a lot of safety equipment here too. We've got lights for Willa's life jacket, which hasn't arrived yet.
This is pretty exciting. We haven't had a working water gauge for...
Well, I think it died like the first...
4 years, I think?
Yeah, first year.
So for 4 years, I've been walking my little legs out to the front of the boat, lifting up the hatch, and then looking underneath. Sometimes I have to shine this flashlight in there to figure out exactly how much water's in there. This is gonna make this a lot easier. We also have a smaller one, and this is for the diesel tank. This will be really nice, because we'll be able to tell how much diesel we have left.
Yeah, we haven't known that in a long time.
Lots of hard drives. We got tons of hard drives. Hour meters. These stopped working the first year we had the boat. How many? That was not us. That was this little girl down here.
Ben's allergic to sunscreen and Willa has sensitive skin, so I've never put sunscreen on her, so we'll find out. So we always buy like the zinc sunscreen before we go because I sometimes can't find it. So like if you have something that you love, you're better off just packing it. Like pack it from home.
This is pretty cool. It's got a little wheel on the end, and this is our speedometer. This is how we tell the speed on Hoa. The current one is kind of fouled up, so...
I hit a log.
Yeah, you did hit a log. Actually, some of the wheels on this thing are broken, so...
Yeah, it hasn't worked in a long time. When we were heading north out of Papua New Guinea, there was a lot of wood in the water, and like, you literally couldn't see it till you're practically on top of it. And it'd be like sunset, and you're like, you just couldn't see the wood, and then it would be there, and all of a sudden you had to turn, and the logs were massive. They were logs, like giant logs. And so I hit one, and it broke that. Whoops.
This is pretty cool. This is a Bad Elf GPS Pro. With this little puck and this iPad is how we navigate around the world. That's it. But we got an extra one of these because if we lose our GPS signal, we're not going to be able to navigate.
It's not a bad idea to have a backup. The last thing we get into when we're home is video equipment, and we picked up a few things this time. We've got a new mic.
With your mic, we put on what's called a dead cat. A dead cat is basically just a a windshield so that you don't hear the wind noise as much.
That looks like something Willa really loved to grab.
Yeah.
It's like bunny. I don't know, there's so much other stuff, like diapers for the baby, which aren't out here, like cloth diapering.
If we don't see you before Christmas, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, very happy holidays, frohe Weihnachten.
We're really excited this packing thing is like slowly coming together, and we're really stoked to get back to Nahoa, and we can't wait to see you then. So have a wonderful, amazing Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we are gonna take 1 week off here, so you won't get a video the first week in January, but we will be back the second week, and we'll be back from Thailand.
Quarantine. Well, we may be on our way there in the video, but we'll be in quarantine when that video comes out.
Crazy.
Crazy. Can't wait.
Crazy.
Let's make 2021 awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Santa do good to you?
Found us even in the Great White North.
Come on, Willa. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Such a big girl.